All right, let's talk about sleep. But today, we're going way beyond the simple advice of just get 8 hours. We're going to dive into the science of sleep quality, and more importantly, how you can actually master it to completely transform your days.
So let me ask you something. Have you ever done everything right? You hit that magical 8-hour mark, maybe even more, only to wake up feeling like a zombie, like you barely slept at all? If so, you are definitely not alone, and the answer isn't always about getting more sleep.
And that really gets to the heart of our first big idea here. It's time we stop thinking only about the hours we spend in bed. The real game changer, the thing that actually makes you feel rested and sharp, is the quality of that time.
So, what's the difference? Well, sleep quantity, that's the easy part. It's just a number. But sleep quality, that's where all the magic happens. It's about the deep biological work going on behind the scenes. Your brain and body cycling through these incredibly important restorative stages that repair you and lock in your memories.
So, how does our body manage this whole complex nightly process? Well, it all comes down to this brilliant, built-in piece of machinery, your own internal master clock. Let's get to know the circadian rhythm.
You know, the easiest way to think about the circadian rhythm is as your body's own 24-hour operating system. It's this internal clock that's constantly running, telling you when to feel awake and when to feel sleepy. And the single most powerful signal that sets this clock every single day is light. And this gives you a perfect snapshot of how that rhythm plays out. In the morning, a hormone called cortisol peaks to give you that get up and go feeling. You hit your peak alertness somewhere around midday. Then, as evening starts to roll in, your body temperature actually drops a little, and a different hormone, melatonin, begins to rise, signaling, hey, it's time for bed. It's this perfect natural dance. But, and you knew there was a but, in our modern world, this perfect cycle gets thrown off course all the time. There are things all around us that can totally hijack this natural rhythm. So, let's meet the main sleep saboteurs. And the biggest culprits probably won't surprise you one bit. First up, the artificial blue light beaming from our screens, which absolutely tricks our brains. Second, our caffeine habits, which can stick around for hours and hours. And third, things like irregular shift work, which forces our bodies to fight against their own natural programming.
Okay, this is so crucial to get. Natural sunlight in the morning is fantastic. It basically screams, wake up, to your brain and sets your internal clock perfectly for the day. But that same type of blue light from your phone or laptop late at night does the exact opposite of what you want. It completely confuses your clock, tricks it into thinking it's still daytime, and actively slams the brakes on producing melatonin, that key sleep hormone.
Okay, so we know the problem. The good news is we absolutely have the solutions. It's time to build your own personal sleep toolkit, and we're going to do it with 3 simple, powerful steps you can use to take back control of your night. So we're going to break this down into 3 key areas. First, we'll focus on your behavior and building a solid routine. Second, we'll talk about your environment, really crafting your sleep sanctuary. And third, we'll quickly look at some supplemental aids that might be able to help out. So, step 1. Your behavior. Look, consistency is king here. Going to bed and waking up at around the same time, even on the weekends, anchors your circadian rhythm like nothing else. Creating a wind-down routine signals to your body that it's time to chill out, and getting that sunlight first thing in the morning is like hitting the master on switch for your internal clock. Next up, your environment. Your bedroom should be your sleep cave. That means making it cool, dark, and I mean pitch black if you can, and quiet. That slight drop in body temperature and total darkness are huge biological triggers for sleep. But the biggest move you can make here, get those screens out of the bedroom. Seriously, it's a game changer. And finally, a quick word on supplements, and please, let me be very clear, always consult a doctor before starting anything new. Melatonin can act as that darkness signal for your brain. Magnesium is a mineral that can help calm the nervous system. And glycine, which is an amino acid, has been shown to help lower your core body temperature, which, as we now know, helps you fall asleep. So if you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. Sleep isn't just the end of your day, it is the absolute foundation for your next one. Investing in your sleep quality is one of the most powerful things you can possibly do for a productive, energetic, and successful tomorrow. And that brings me to a final question for you. Looking at this whole toolkit, the behavioral tweaks, the environmental changes, what is the one small thing you can commit to making happen tonight to start mastering your sleep quality?